was an abysmal disaster. I thought I'd nailed it the first time out the gate, but instead I got my ass kicked and handed to me on a silver platter. It killed me, literally. I was technically dead and had to be resuscitated. It was as if I'd hung myself with my own lasso, since that's the beast, the beast I chose to ride. I'd got into it like a fool, swinging from the hips, my chaps were flapping and my optimism wisecracking. I did not tame that bull, it tamed me. Damn near lamed me. I had to learn to walk again after getting off life support. But I was not defeated. They say when you're thrown off a horse, a bull, or life's course, you gotta wipe the dust off your boots and hop back onto the saddle again. Fate or destiny came tapping at my door again over a decade later. My pit bull approach failed the first time, so I tried the pink poodle method the second time, which was being gentle on the beast and myself. I thought we'd work as a team, partners almost, and I came out a winner in my second rodeo. I'd planned on retiring and hanging up my spurs, but the beast rose up tauntingly about 4 years afterwards, and I was now faced with my third rodeo. The first rodeo killed me, and my second one only held for 4 years. I wish this one was more like the mechanical bulls that can be set to go at a rocking horse pace. If thrown, you land on well-padded ground. So I'm giving this drooling beast with nostrils flared as wide as the Texas prairie plains a steel-eyed look and a wink at the same time to signal that I'm going to try something unheard of in the Wild West of the cancer community and do some additional enhanced, cutting-edge alternative therapies coupled with magical thinking. Perhaps this go-round we can cohabit respectfully. I learned the hard way at the first rodeo that chemo and radiation harmed my drug-sensitive self more than the unwelcome squamous cell squatter. I had chemo-induced colitis, sepsis, multiple organ failure, and a heart attack to boot by the 5th day of chemo. I died at the age of 56 and was resuscitated and reborn. Not wanting a repeat at my second rodeo, I did lots of traveling, alternative treatment, and instituting my own homegrown anti-cancer dancer daily regime, which was hugely successful. The anti-cancer dancer protocol came to me at the outset of the pandemic, and I was happy as a clam putting on some favorite reggae, rock and roll, classical, and even country western tunes to do my adapted home yoga routine. Naturally, I added Johnny Cash into the mix, but that's not the secret to my success. It was the laughter-induced part of this self-made therapy that really packed a powerful punch. I'd amateurishly video myself with my cell phone, doing wildly uninhibited dances with dashes of yoga and then laugh hysterically at the footage. One of my favorites was when I played a tune by Josephine Baker and donned a pair of semi-skimpy floral print Victoria's Secret panties that were yellow, coral, and orange. And I grabbed a bunch of bananas from the kitchen to do my rendition of Josephine's famous banana dance. I wore an orange bra covered by a white, tight tank top t-shirt because in my late 60s, I probably would have shattered my kneecaps if I'd pranced about with untethered tatas. Not to mention the unsightly, disturbing visuals it would have added. These videos are known as Camille's Secrets and will be released posthumously on TikTok if it's not banned. Just joshing, I would never do that. The videos provided full-blown hearty guffaws, and that's what I think helped me kick cancer at my first 2 rodeos. I don't know where my 3rd page is. At the first one, at the Cedars Cancer Corral and Intensive Care Unit for over a month, I had a rule that all visitors had to bring me a laugh a day, a big old belly laugh. My daughter brought dozens every day that I was there. She's a comedian extraordinaire. She literally told stitch-busting belly laughs. Before I left the hospital, the doctors pushed resuming radiation. It wasn't enough that they killed me on the first go-round. No way could I consider anything that I'm not just a candidate for. If you'd ended up with the painful red baboon's ass that I got just after 3 of the recommended 33 radiation treatments, you'd go running for the hills too. My response to their hasty assumption was, you're gonna have to show me the cancer. They all sat on their pompous perches and said that it was impossible that the cancer was gone, which only caused me to dig my heels in and demurely demand a PET CT. When they balked, I took the famous line, "Show me the money," from Cuba Gooding Jr. in Jerry Maguire, and rapidly bellowed my version of, "Show me the cancer." They finally acquiesced and did the PET CT, and guess what? There was no sign of cancer anywhere. So hence, I never did the radiation. Given that my type of cancer had a 0% success rate, unless combined with 2 strong chemotherapy drugs, which clearly were too strong for me, it was considered a miracle. I'm a cowgirl at heart and never back down from a rough ride. And if thrown off, I'm back in that saddle in a New York second, with a thoughtful strategy about how to stay in the saddle. So at my 3rd rodeo here, I now find myself having to don the Stetson, the spurs, and that orange bra for yet another rodeo at 72 years of age. But that's okay. This old cowgirl likes a good fight, and coupled with my love for my daughter, I'll be kicking cancer's ass for the 3rd time in a row.